넌 아직도 날 모르는구나. 불안했어. 바뀌었으면 어떡해.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch you.
Don't forget to check us out on hashtag J Podcast on Spotify Podcast if you want our content on the go. If you don't know, now you know. Welcome back to hashtag J Podcast. And yes, it's your podcast with all your BL drama recap, react, a few BL manhwas and BL anime, a bit of gossip and gossip about your real BL actors with a few BL couples, real couples at that, giving our unapologetic opinion while spreading a little light. Now, my speeches, you guys already know. I be tired. Girl be doing these videos after work, so bear with me. All right. So, yes, we are back with you guys another night. And tonight's topic is definitely going to be about the BL drama series Blue Boys. Well, should I say mini series? Because the episodes range from like 8 to 12 minutes a piece. And it's only 4 episodes. And before recording this video, I like to look at a few comments, just get a little bit of understanding of some back tea that may be going on with the BL drama so I can serve it to you guys. So I get and I peruse on the BL drama internet. Make sure you tune to the end to catch the video clip. Sis made the magic happen. Yeah. And found out that episode 4 is the finale episode, which I'm hoping it is not. I'm hoping that is a lie. They're saying that this BL drama series is probably like a test run, or whoever the producer, the creator of this magnificent miniseries, is basically dipping their toe in the water. They're trying to see what would be the reaction of the viewers for the series. And listen, we are in it and we need closure. We don't have closure with episode 4, and we need the closure. So just to add in, if you guys haven't seen our recent videos, I mentioned that we are now uploading our episodes on our hashtag J podcast on Spotify podcast. So if you want to see our recap reacts and you don't have time to check it out on YouTube, you can head on over to the podcast and you can listen to us on the go. This recap react will be loaded up on the podcast tomorrow morning. I try to do it at night, but sis be tired. I be tired, okay? And that's time. So I'm gonna upload it in the morning and make sure you pay attention to our YouTube community posts, which I have been utilizing very well, which I should pat myself on the back, where I will post up and let you guys know when it's up on the podcast. But if you don't catch it on the YouTube, you can get it on the go on the podcast, and you can become a member and follow us on Spotify podcast and listen to hashtag J content. Well, not all content, the content that I can put up for podcasting. Okay. So back to Blue Boys. Okay. So this BL drama is about two, well, should we say friends? I feel like they were more so associates. Like now that they're in the light of dating and doing grown up things, is where they're getting to know each other better. So I would want to say that they were associates. They knew each other. They share relatively the same friend group when they were in school, but they meet each other coincidentally in a cafe. And around this time, Jimin is the main character and he's sitting in a cafe. He's preparing for interviews. He hasn't found a job yet. And his school is doing reunions, and he's not really keen on going to the reunion meetups with his classmates, being that he hasn't found a damn job yet. So his focus is more so on getting a job and being more adulting on an adulting level before he gets around his peers, because right now he feel like he's a walking embarrassment. Okay, so he just don't feel like he's adequate enough to go to reunions, and when they ask him questions, he don't feel comfortable saying, "I ain't got no job." All right, he just doesn't want to say he don't got a job. Okay, so it just so happens in a cafe he meets Namye. Namye is just so excited to see Jamin, and they recap. They have an after hour moment, having a few drinks, and they spend more time when they go back to Jemin's place. And when they go back to Jemin's place is when they have like real in-depth conversations on basically their views on each other when they were in school. And, Nami just basically said how he admired and the things that he liked about Jimin and how he stood out amongst all the other peers. And, Jimin told him how he was relatively low key kind of jealous of him and a little bit envious of him, how people basically fluttered to his feet and it was easy for him to be the social bunny, the light in the room, the reason why everybody wants to come to the party. So he talks about that regarding Nam Yi. So Namyi, they like I said, they're recapping. They're still drinking. Namyi passes out, and he stays the night with Jimin. And what happens the next day, okay, is when feelings are really expressed and bodies get close to bodies, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so that was episode 1. Episode 2, we get them, the afterglow of a good night, and we have went separate places and we meet up again because we just can't get enough of each other. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's episode 2. So episode 2 is when we get this call from Jimin's friend Young Jae. Young Jae. Now he's the person who called the first episode asking why he ain't come to the reunion, talking about, oh, it's a big deal. If you don't come to the reunion, people are gonna feel away. Wah, 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 wah. Okay? That was him in the first episode. So in the second episode, we gonna call him Captain CB because every time when he call, he's always messing up some shit. But anyway, he calls and he's telling him the gossip and the gossip that happened at a reunion where Namyi basically made a fool of himself, is what he was saying, that he was just like trying to talk to everybody and people didn't want to associate themselves with him because he writes a very interesting column, you know, about people getting body to body in an adult magazine. So basically his type of work does not align him to be as good company to the rest of his old classmates. So basically young Jay was just telling Jamin to stay away from Namyi. But, like, who's listening to him? Sit down, several seats. We've yet to know what this person looks like. I just want to point that out. So when Namyi walks in, he overhears basically Jamin kind of stands up for him. And he basically said, like basically to sum it up, like, don't judge what he does because you never know. I mean, he's doing what he has to do for work. And if it's paying him, why would we complain and judge him? Basically. And Young Jay just summed it up, just stay away from him, don't be around him, just stay away from him, basically telling him to just stay away from him. Low key, I think like Young Jay might have a thing for Jamin, but like I said, this is a many, many, many series. So it's just so many things that just pops up in my head. But let's proceed. Okay, so Nami overhears the ending of the conversation where Jamin agrees to not align himself with him, and things get a bit awkward. And that's when Nami just, he wants to clear the awkwardness, and Jamin starts to, question a little bit, are we doing the right thing? And that's when Nami just basically, sums it up. Listen, we doing us. Is never them. We doing us. So Nemi basically he admits that he likes Jemin. And Jemin don't really know how to respond to it. And he doesn't really know what to do because he does that after they have that little talk after the awkward conversation. So Nami wanted to make it known to Jemin like he's not playing with him. What he's doing is not for play, like he really like him. And from the first episode and how he talks about the things he liked about Jimin, you kind of get an idea that Nemi liked Jimin from when they were in school. Okay. Now they head back to Jimin's place, and Nemi admits to Jimin that all of the things that they've done and what they're doing now is his first experience with another guy. His experiences has always been with women. So they both admit that they're kind of scared of each other pushing each other away. And Nemi kind of basically points out to Jimin, if you like me, trust me, I like you more. So the things he says is the reason why I feel like Nemi's feelings have always been there for Jimin. It's just Jimin realizing, getting on the board of the ship. You know what I mean? So in the process of Nemi just, chilling, laying back with his boo, you know what I mean? He falls asleep, and it just so happens that Jimin sees an article that he's writing about saying, what is it, titled The Unforgettable Taste of First Time Beep with a Man. And they have an argument. Jimin doesn't process that very well off of him finding out what Nemi does for a living. And he felt like Namyi was just using him just for an article, just to write a article. And it what how he caught him kind of aligned with what Young Jae was basically telling Jamin to stay away from Nemi about. So they get into an argument, and Jamin gets Nemi out. Like, he kicks him out. He get kicked out. Okay. Then we head on to episode 3. And we get some clarification. Know what I mean? Get some clarification. And they're getting closer, and they're at a cafe, and basically at the cafe, a lot of things, like a few things happen at the cafe. Basically, Nami helps Jimin as far as setting up his application and doing the process, preparing for his interviews. He helps him with that. He critiques a few things for him, and it's just like a lovable, kissable moment. You know what I mean? And then comes a young lady named Suri. Now, Suri, you already know. Suri reads Bitch of the Hour. When you see Suri, you already know she is queen trying to fuck it up. She screams, okay? I'm going to be a thorn in your ass, okay? When you first meet her. So you can already see upon Suri mixing and mingling, basically she notices that they get body to body and that they like each other, to sum it up. And it's because she likes Namyi. So when they're all three together, you notice that she wants to go there, but she doesn't go there. But she wants to go there, but she doesn't go there. Okay, so we're gonna hold on. Sorry. She eventually leaves. We notice that Namyi gets a phone call. Now, this phone call has a name and a heart next to the phone call. And it's just like, who is that? Okay? Who is calling you? Like, what like what is going on? Like, who is calling you? So it ends with basically Jemin seeing that call, and he's assuming that Nimyi has another lover, and he's not the only person that he's getting bodied with, and he's lying to him. Okay? Which leads us into episode 4. Episode 4 is where we see right now here. Now, to see this BL series before we get into episode 4, right? You can see this BL series on YouTube. A lot of people always ask me, where can I see this? Where can I see this? Okay. So this one you can see on YouTube. The episodes do have uncut scenes, and in order to see the uncut scenes, you have to become a member of Soak Films or Sook Films. Sook or Suck? Suck Film? Well, we'll just say Sook Film because Suck Film is just crazy. Okay. So you can see these episodes on Sook Film on YouTube. If you are not on the podcast and you're watching us on YouTube, you can see it here on the podcast. I will post the link for you guys to be able to see the episodes on YouTube on Sook Film. So just show them some love because hopefully, right, with the viewership and just us chatting, gossiping, bopping about this series, we can get some closure because we ain't got no closure. Okay. We ain't got no closure. Now, in episode 4, Jemin basically confronts Nami about the mysterious caller who is deemed as the lover that we don't know about, but we know about now. So it was so cute how Nemi just like kind of like laughed, but Jimin was brewing. He was fixing for a bitching on Nemi, but Nemi clarifies that the person who's been calling him is his mama. It's his mama. His mama is his lover that you thought was his lover. It's his mama. He calls the person on speaker and we find out it's his mama. His whole, not half, his whole mama. Okay? Now everything is cleared. We're back to the kissing and I like you and they're doing their thing, right? It's spending a quality time. Let me tell you something. For this is a Korean BL. And what I will say with Korean BLs, you have pulled a 360. Okay? A 360 compared to them awkward intimacy scenes we were given before. You listen, assist has been you have sold the dream to me. Okay? I am waving my dollar with a lot of pride. You have sold me the dream. Sorry. Remember I mentioned the girl last episode, right? So Suri contacts Jimin while he's having his canoodling time with Namyi. And Suri asks Jimin can she meet with him and for him not to tell anybody that he's meeting with him. And I feel like when any time these females on these BL series always start off with a meetup by saying, don't tell nobody you meeting up with me, they already on some fuck shit time. They about to do something dumb. They about to be the bitch of all bitches. Okay? I already knew from the time when she said, Don't tell anybody that I asked you to come or that you're meeting with me." I was like, oh, this bitch is about to do some dumb shit. So he meets with her. Okay? So girl goes in pretty smooth. But she makes it known to Jimin that she likes Namyi and she confessed to Namyi and Namyi only sees her as a sister. She expressed to him that Namyi was very popular and he always had girlfriends, but they never really last long and he never really had a long-term relationship. Like it was always like it never really lasts. So she didn't mind the way he dated before because at the end of the day, she was kind of sort of the only woman in his life, but as a sister, mind you, she's aware of this, that this man sees her as a sister. We needs to point this out because it's vexing, okay? All right. Hmm. Back to the topic at hand. So she then goes to tell Jimin, right, that she is aware that he likes Nami and that him and Nami are basically dating. She expressed to Jimin that the way Nami is different. It's very different from when he was dating the females, and she doesn't like it. Now, what basically I read between Sori's bitter Becky lips was that she basically told Jimin, I can tell that Nemi really likes you and you are his forever bae. And since you appear to be his forever bae, his Mr. Love You long time, we're gonna have problems because I'm the only one in his life. That's what I got out of it. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. That's we recap and we react. And this is me reacting to the fuckery. Okay? Now, Jimin stand 10 toes down in a, smooth type of a way, And he tells her, like, "Who are you to tell me who to date? And who are you to tell not me who to date? Like, what we're doing is none of your business, and we gonna do us, and we gonna be, licking lollies, bopping and bopping about our damn business." So sis was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh." So he didn't catch when I was trying to be nice. So I gotta come in hot on his ass. So sis went for the juggler. She went for the throat. She went for the throat. She came for his possible job. She said, "I know you trying to get a job at JK Enterprise, but baby, I'm already in the building. While you trying to get in the club, I'm looking at you from the window from the inside." Basically is what she told him. And she's saying she can fuck his shit up by letting everybody know that he likes the dudes and that he has a whole boyfriend and that he likes to get body to body with men. And she's like, once that rumor is spread, it's stuck on you. Like, even if you do get a job and start working there, you are going to be known as the dude that likes to sleep, get next to, lay down with other dudes. And in the other episodes, you can see that that's a big deal to Jimin. Jimin is very strategic about, especially with Nami, to be kind of aware of his surroundings when they're around each other. He expresses that. And she explains to him, like, you cannot afford to be an out gay man because you need a job. Namyi is rich. He can do whatever he want to do. He can be gay, shouted from the rooftop. Homeboy can even book a fucking plane and write it in the sky. And nothing will happen to his ass. But you, on the other hand, you cannot afford to be a pariah. Because if you are a pariah with no damn job, you are homeless. Okay? And already he can't even afford electricity. Okay? We got that in the first episode. House was cold because he ain't paid the electrical bill. Okay. So Jim is like, listen, I can barely afford to breathe. I can't afford to have issues. So Jimin takes it in and basically he goes to Namyi. Namyi is so excited because this is the first time Jimin coming to his house. All the times that they've been meeting up and, cuddling and getting body to body has been at Jimin's house. So this is the first time Jimin's coming to Namgi's house and him realizing that he's rich. Now, this is the reason why I say I don't believe they were very, very close friends in school because he didn't know Namgi was rich. So that don't mean you were close friends. I think they were just acquaintances. But Jimin really did his homework on Namyi really did his homework on Jimin. Like, Namyi seemed like he was in love with Jimin back in the day, and that love has stuck and until he found his bae again, later on in life. And basically, Jimin just gets upset. He's like, "You got money? You got money? You got money?" So Suri might be right. I might be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle while you sitting up at the top of the mountain with your porcelain crown. Okay? That's what he's thinking in his head. And basically, he ends things with Namyi. And it was so sad because it was just like, that bitch, sorry, ring. That bitch, sorry, won. That's how you felt. The bitch won. And it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's going on here? Why did she have to win? You know what I mean? It's just like, why? Why did she have to win? I just don't understand. So I'm going to show you guys a few clips on what I just ran down, which is basically the 4 episodes. It can basically literally be described in 15 minutes, like I just did, roughly about 15, 20 minutes. Because it's a many, 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 many BL series. And it's here on YouTube, and you guys would enjoy it. But let's take a few looks at a few clips. So in this clip, this is where Nami explains to Jemin who the phone caller was.
아, 아, 자기. 아, 난 또 뭐라고. 너 이게 재밌어?
아, 미안. 잠시만.
You see how he looking at him like, why are you laughing? Like I want to pop you in the face right
너 뭐 하는 거야?
아들,
네, 저예요.
웬일로 먼저 전화를 다 하네? 밥은? 먹었어?
엄마는 드셨어요?
엄마는 좀 전에 먹었지.
저 이따가 들어갈게요. 사랑합니다. 넌 아직도 날 모르는구나. 불안했어. 밖에서 이러면 어떡해.
Now, I told you that Jemin is very hyper aware of basically what they do in the public. Even so, a little bit around Suri, but he kind of slipped because he got caught up in the moment. When they was canoodling with the fingers, is kind of what sealed the deal with her. But we're going to take another look at another clip of this last episode.
그럼 여기? 아, 나가야 된다며.
I told you.
맞다.
Perpiriyawong.
듣겠다.
Oh, man.
시간 왜 이렇게 빨리 가지? 나 이제 씻고 올게. 여보세요?
재민 오빠?
This is
저 소리예요.
아, 소리구나. 근데 무슨 일이야?
오빠 혹시 내일 잠깐 시간 돼요?
어? 나?
네, 할 말이 있어서요. 아, 남이 오빠한텐 말하지
There we
말고요.
go. Now, I told you nothing good come out of these female characters when they tell these dudes that they want to talk to them privately without people knowing. They are always up to some fuck shit. I swear to you, every time, it never fails. That is just like the cue of Senorita Bitch is about to come out. That's what's gonna happen. Now, they're gonna meet up, and I'm gonna show you a clip of their meetup. Now, this is Suri explaining Nami and her new foundings.
많았지만 여태껏 그렇다 할 여자친구는 없었거든요. 그냥 뭐 재미로 만나고 헤어지고 그랬지. 그래서 안심했었는데 오빠는 좀 다른 것 같아서요.
그게 무슨...
남이 오빠가 어디가 좋아요? 잘생긴 거? 키 큰 거? 아니면 돈 잘 쓰는 거?
And we're back. The team is looking down the barrel of a 4:55 meeting.
Can they turn it around?
무슨 말을 하는지 모르...
처음 딱 보자마자 알았죠. 남이 오빠 새 애인이시구나. 이번엔 남자구나.
It's always been a man, boo. Him. It's always been him.
남이 오빠 만나지 마요.
뭐?
내가 남이 오빠 좋아하니까 만나지 말라고요.
See?
이가 참.
For copyright purposes, I can't play this clip too damn long. But as you can see, he's dumbfounded and he's speechless, and he basically tells her what I told you. He tells her that they're gonna do them regardless, whether how she feels, and nobody loves and moves off of other people. They do what they do at will, at their own will. But there is power in words, and there was definitely power in her words that basically broke the camel's back with this beautiful couple.
나 마지막으로 물어볼게. 너 지금 이 손 놓으면 우리 진짜 끝이야.
마음 가는 대로 해. 좋아해도 내가 더 많이 좋아할 거야.
So as you can see, they do. They do come to an end, okay? And honestly, you can see in this BL series that these two really do, they have a good chemistry. Like, their chemistry is so simpatico. It is so I mean, for it to be a mini series, they really did well. I can honestly say that for 8 to 10 minutes, I literally told you a mouthful of information, and it really is condensed in a certain type of way that you're not dissatisfied. But we need a continuation because it's not completed. And I'm hoping we're getting more episodes. I'm hoping that you guys here on hashtag J Podcast will head over to Sook Film, show them love. Let's get viewerships over there and like them videos. If you are enjoying, only if you enjoy the mini BL series. Hopefully we get some more episodes. We know Rome wasn't built overnight, and we know to make our fave BL series, these beautiful works of magic, it is not cheap. So I'm hoping, we are all hoping that we get a conclusion to this story because it's so good. And I was not expecting the ending to end the way it did with them like not being together and her words sticking because she was a thorn in the ass. And it's just like we need more, honestly. We need more, Sukho. We need more. Inquiring minds are inquiring, and we want to know what's going to happen between Jamin and Namyi. And I want to know how Namyi is going to respond when he finds out Suri is the reason that Jimin stepped away from him. Because as you can see, Namyi really likes Jimin. And that's why Suri had to do what she did. She had to get dirty because things was getting too deep and she knew she couldn't get in where she clearly was not able to fit in because it's a man. How she can compete with another man? You can't compete. It's not a female. So she knows. And then the fact that they have history, like they knew each other prior to him knowing her. He's known Jimin longer than Namyi. So she already knows in the back of her mind that there's a possibility that they may have liked each other back in the day. She ain't stupid. She ain't stupid. That's why she went to the juggler. She went for his job, his potential job. Okay? And you ain't low, Suri. But we hope we get some vindication. And the first form of vindication is your ass getting cut out the picture. Okay? Guys, if you are not watching Blue Boys, it is 4 episodes, roughly 8 to 10 minutes of an episode here, right here on YouTube. You can go check it out on Soup Film. We're going to put a link in the description box for you guys to get access to episode 1, and then you can lead your way throughout the other way. But I am so grateful and happy for Soup Film for this work of magic. And I'm hoping we get more in the future. Guys, if you like, love, enjoy our amazing reaction videos, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to know when we upload new videos. Also, like the video. It's a great way and a free way to support your favorite content creators. Also, like always, be you, be amazing, and most importantly, be safe in these crazy streets. And just because this BL series was so great, I have a nice little mix for you guys, and we're going to end it out real sweet and on a good note, even though we ended on a bad note with this BL series. So, laters, beautiful people, until next time.
There's something that won't let me forget the way that you move. You tattooed me with your lips. Wore you like perfume. We were like no other, two hearts on the edge, but we went from lovers to just being friends. Played me like a song stuck in your head, but you still get my blood rushing. Dance with me, baby, take away the pain. Dance with me, baby, you can lead the way. Dance with me, baby, a cure for the heartbreak. Dance with me and let this old record play. Let it play, baby. Let it play, baby. Dance with me and let this old record play. I know you see me cross the room, let's skip to the edge.